Guys, I've got another Battle of the Ford here, and I'm trying out my new Welsh, and I'm going to be up against the Vikings for a 6-point game. This is going to be a steep learning curve for my Welsh. We're kind of practicing for an up-and-coming tournament that I'm running. There'll be about 8 of us, I think, in it, so there should be some good battle reports coming up soon. And basically this is going to be one of the scenarios with the idea of using conquer points on the other side of the board as part of the scoring method. And I realised once I set up this warband of mine isn't going to be that great, because at the end of the day I've only got what, 1, 2, 3, 4 scoring units to start with. So, and then me being very fragile, this was going to be an interesting game. So a quick look at the Vikings. My opponent's going to be using 3 points of Hearthguard. They're going to be into 2 units of 6. 2 points of Warriors. They're going to be in 2 units of 8. And 1 point of Levy with Bow in one 12-man unit. And in my warband, I've got my normal Warlord, basic Warlord. I've got 2 points of Hearthguard in 1 unit of 8. 2 points of Warriors in 2 units of 8. 1 point of Levy with Bow and 1 unit of 12, and I've also gone for Priest, which I believe is the Enlightened one, which allows me to change the dice, the options, because I had noticed on the battle board the Welsh definitely need these 6s to be any good to use their abilities. So this was the setup. I went for a fused flank and just stuck everything on the left hand side. The idea is keeping my Hearthguard in behind my Levy, just so I don't get shot at by his Levy over there. Unfortunately, the Welsh have -1 armor against shooting, so I also started with my Warriors nearest to the right, which were nearest shooting, also in the cover, just so they can get the bonus from being in the cover and the +1 to their defense rolls. So that's how it looks. My opponent at the top, he's got Hearthguard, Warrior, Levy. This is from right to left, sorry. Oh, we can close up and have a look. We have a unit of 6 Hearthguard, unit of 8 Warriors, and a unit of 12 Levy. And behind them we have his commander. His little standard bearer is his commander. Which leaves on my left flank, he's got 1 Hearthguard unit of 6 and 1 unit of Warriors of 8. So my opponent gets first turn and moves up and shoots, and already 2 down in one of my warrior units. Remember I say we're going to be using conquer points, thus if a unit falls below 4, it's no longer a scoring unit. So this is one of the big worries for this game for me, because I have to get scoring units across there, and with my -1 to shooting, it's going to be hard to keep them alive to get across the board. So at the end of my opponent's moving, as you can see, he's moved up and shot with his guys there. He's charged his warrior unit right across there to make sure it's holding on this side, causing me to have to push him back off, and that's it, and it's over to my turn. So fearing being shot too much, I decided to move my warriors up and hurl some javelins at the bowman. Didn't do as well as I did expected to do. In fact, my shooting was not that fantastic in this. I was expecting the Welsh shooting to be the thing, a bit like my Bretons. It's not quite as good as the Breton shooting. So to help out, I move up my Levy unit and also fire it onto his Levy. Just trying to get that. If the shooting's gone, I've got no fear and I can just run around as I like. Until that's gone, that's going to do a lot of damage to either my Hearthguard or my Warriors. So as you can see there, that's how I've moved up. My Hearthguard on the left hand side, they've just come back just so they're behind my Levy, so they've got some cover from his shooting. My priest there's got a fatigue because he probably changed one of the dice to a more useful dice, probably 6 or something, so I could play some abilities down. I don't really say what I play in this game, because most of the time it's the moving ones if I can get it, unless I mention that I know I was going to go for a big shot and really boost up my shooting ability. We'll see then. So my opponent doesn't hold back and dashes across, and of course chucks his Vikings in with the Scissors Hearthguard with Frigg, so there'll be no fatigue for him, and I don't see my warriors standing up to this. And luckily enough, I get 1 to survive, and I only managed to take 1 of his down. So I back off, and then he just goes in for me again, and with that there I decided not to use any fatigue, because I was a dead man anyway, and just let fatigue build up on him, and then maybe I could trap them into an ambush in the cornfield here. So my turn, and I reply by moving my warriors up and throwing some javelins and only killing 1. My Levy continues the shooting contest with my opponent's Levy and knock off another 2. And in my turn, I had managed to balls up my my plan for this, because what I was going to do is bring my Hearthguard across and taunt his Hearthguard into my Hearthguard. Unfortunately, I forgot the main part of the plan was to play down the dice, which allowed me to move through terrain as if it was open. And because I found that I had this my taunt ability, and the only thing I could taunt him to really was my Warlord. So it was a bit of a risk, but I went for it. But with all that fatigue on there, that wasn't a problem. I managed to finish them off. Because I went up to armor 6 and he was defense 4, so, and I had I had ambush, so I had an extra 3 attacks and 3 defense. So yeah, that was a good ambush, and I managed to take them out with my Warlord. And this is how it's looking on the far side, on the top left hand side there. He just pulled back just so I couldn't do any shenanigans and throw javelins at him before he's ready for it. And yeah, we're on to turn 3. I'm quickly realising how much archers are my bane, and I lose another 2 warriors to his levy. But that is pretty much all my opponent does. He just moves the guys on the left hand side there back towards the bridge, ready to make the crossing. I'm down to, I've got 3 scoring units to his 4 scoring units at the moment, but he's only got 1 on my side, and I've got nothing on my opponent's side. So I move up with my Warlord and the warrior unit to throw loads of javelins at these guys and try and kill some off so they're not scoring, and get 1. And on the left hand side I'd gone up with my Hearthguard, knowing I've got 8 shots, and played the one that lowered my opponent's armor by 1, and I get to reroll misses, but I take a fatigue. I managed to get over here without any fatigue because I used my special move, one that's within range of the Warlord, I believe it is, which is fatigue free. So yes, I threw 8 shots, hitting on 4s, and yeah, I managed to do 1 wound. I was most disappointed. So at the end of the turn we're looking something like this, and yeah, it's not looking overly great for me. I've still got my big solid unit of Hearthguard. As long as I can push off on that left flank, I might be able to break through on the right, but it's not looking great. So he comes in here with his 5 Hearthguard to my 8. I've got fatigue on me, but I'm quite happy about this. We're pretty much even Stevens in this fight. He's got his abilities that he plays, but I wasn't too worried about it. I should be able to take him on. No. With a combination, I think, of Thor, which rerolls misses, and Valhalla, I don't think I actually killed any of his. He actually killed his own off to get the extra attacks. And that was the result. That's got my Hearthguard. He then charges in over here and only manages to kill 2 of my warriors, and I managed to get 2 of his, and he bounces off. That's just really lucky. My warriors are still a scoring unit. With this and my levy, it's all I've got to score anything with. The good news is I did break his Hearthguard down to 3 models, so they're no longer a scoring unit. So we're looking something like this, and you know, it's not looking all that impressive for me at the moment. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do here. I need to get rid of these guys on my side, which should be easy enough if I can keep throwing javelins and hope they go away. What I don't want now is to be shot with my warrior unit and not get a scoring unit across the board. I'm going to probably send my levy to the left because they're a good tar pit, and just block up the bridge there, stop my opponent getting across. So yep, I make another move again. Unbelievably, I still can't get these guys. I throw javelins from both my Warlord, who's got 3, and 2 from my warriors, which is kind of pitiful now, and I get 1 chat off. I then use my second ability to move, and this is my Warlord's ability, so I can't end up with an M. I did this so I didn't have to end up charging them, and hold all my javelins, and this time javelins have paid off, and I managed to wipe them out. So as you can see, it's looking pretty bare on my side. I've just got my priest here who's praying fervently just to try and get some more 6s. My levy have blocked up the bridge in the vain hope to stop anyone getting across. And all I've got to do is hope now I don't get shot, and on my last turn I should be able to dash across with my warriors. Warriors come in and bash up my levy, and follows up also with his Hearthguard, pushing my levy out, and I've got 3 left, and unfortunately they're just not going to be able to stop his warriors getting across there and scoring points. But the good news is he had 1 dice to shoot against my warriors, and he actually failed to get a shot through with the 4 shots. So I am scoring points over here. All I have to do is dash out of out of range, and I should be well and truly happy. And which is incredibly what I do. I have the last turn, so with my last turn I just put my warriors well out of the way, and I finish with actually getting warriors across the bridge there. My opponent not being able to push off my levy in the sweeping charge that is expecting. That was a close match. This warband I think will probably need bulking out before the tournament. I'm probably going to try and put in, instead of my 2 points of Hearthguard, I'll swap it out for 2 points of Warriors. Probably make I think it's the Rising Out more effective. That only affects Warriors and Levy. So I don't feel like I'm wasting that if I use it. And yes, but extra bodies definitely required. They seem to drop like flies. But very interesting to play them. I haven't used this battle board at all. So yeah, that was good fun. Hey guys, so it's giveaway time, and what have I got to give away and how you can win it? Right, first of all, this will be given away on the 40th Saga battle board. I've changed how I'm originally going to do it, and that's what I'm going for now. I'll type in the comment section hail, and the first, say, 20 people to reply, Ragnar, will be put into a draw. I'll roll a d20 and someone will randomly win. And what I've got to offer here is from Griffin Beast. Many thanks to them. We have the Saga rulebook along with the 4 battle boards included, which is the Welsh, Norman, Viking and Anglo-Danish, and also 2 lots of dice. We have the Crusader dice there and the Viking dice as well. And on top of that, I've also chucked in 4 berserkers that I've painted up as well. So hope that's of use to you, and I hope you're up for that. So I'll see you on the 40th episode. Well, it's safe to assume never to assume anything. I've been playing the Bretons and I've had a few games with them, and I've always assumed the Welsh would be very similar, but it isn't. It's very different, and I think it shall be a steep learning curve. So until next time guys, that was.